Hi, I'm Roger from CoreMelt, and I'm going to let you know about a free update to lock and load of your most advanced stabilizer for Mac OS X. This update includes camera presets for all the latest devices, including the Canon 5D Mark III, the iPad 3, and the iPhone 4S, just by hitting a button within the plugin without even installing a new version. We're going to show you some rather surprising results with Lock and Load, but first of all, here's how to get the new camera settings. Inside Lock and Load, just push the marked button and your plugin will be updated with presets for all the new cameras we mentioned and more. Once you've updated your presets file inside Lock and Load, then you need to change the operation mode from stabilize only to stabilize and shutter reduction. Then you'll see a list of the new cameras that we support. This allows Lock and Load to eliminate and reduce rolling shutter skew in a way that's been specifically optimized for each individual camera and the different type of CMOS sensor that it has. We know that a lot of our customers are shooters as well as editors and use a lot of the digital SLR cameras, the popular Canon models, and of course the new 5D Mark III. But these images that you're seeing now are actually taken using a new iPad, the iPad 3, in full 1080p, handheld, no dolly, nothing else, stabilized with Lock and Load, color corrected, and I was pretty surprised. From what I'm seeing here, this is good B-roll material, and let's face it, iPad 3s, iPhone 4s, they're cheap and they're everywhere, and you may as well use them. There's a few tricks to getting the best results, both when you're shooting and in software, but first of all, let's show you the original iPad 3 footage. Now, you can see that it's considerably more jerky, but stabilizers, whether they're built into the camera or software ones, are not miracle workers. The main thing is, the better your footage is to start with, the better it will be after it's been stabilized. So the trick here is that the iPad 3 has a really good form factor for taking smooth handheld shots. Hold it with both hands, close to your body as possible, and use the massive viewfinder to correct yourself as you go and practice a bit with it. And you can get quite smooth even before you've done anything to it. That helps a lot with all the later stages. Here's the before and after comparisons, and what you can see is that Lock and Load is making a clear improvement on all types of camera movement and on clips with very, very complex mixtures of foreground and background motion. Now, there's a reason we chose these images. Yeah, they look nice, but also this kind of multi-layered imagery brings most other stabilizers to its knees. Now, especially this last shot here, where we're rotating around it in 3D, orbiting the object, we chucked this shot into other competing stabilizers, and next I'm going to show you what they made of it. So here's this complex orbital motion, side by side, Lock and Load, and FCP Smooth Cam. And if I showed you FCP Smooth Cam compared to the original clip, you'd see that actually Smooth Cam has made it worse than the original. Now we're going to show you the same shot with FCPX's stabilizer. Now, we love FCPX. Our CoreMelt V2 plugins are all available for FCPX, but as you can see, in some things they've gone backwards. This is even worse than SmoothCam's result. Here's another shot, a simple pan, and whoa, okay, FCPX has decided to make it faster instead of smoother. Now, there's very few options in FCPX, so there's nothing to change when it doesn't work. In Lock and Load, it's very easy to use. You just drop it on and press track motion and it will do the best job it can. But for certain types of clips where that doesn't work, then you've got more power under the hood. For example, you can choose to analyze the dominant motion just from an area of the clip, and also by telling Lock and Load exactly what camera you have shot the footage on. We've actually tested with all these different cameras and optimized the settings, including the rolling shutter reduction, to specifically work with the exact CMOS sensor in that camera. Here's the final results with CoreMelt Lock and Load again. And to show you that we're not cheating, we're making the original camera HD iPad 3 files available on our website. You can download them and test it for yourself, see what results you get. And part 2 of this tutorial, which is going to be on our website in about a week, is going to show you in detail how to get these results in FCP7, After Effects, Final Cut Express using Lock and Load. Unfortunately, Lock and Load is not yet available for Final Cut Pro X. We're waiting for Apple to fix a technical issue, but it will be available when we can make it available. The last thing is that you can also test this out immediately on your own clips, whether from your iPad 3 or any other camera. Just go to our website, coremelt.com/trial, download the trial, try it out yourself on your own footage for 14 days, and we hope that you get as good results as we were able to get with it. Thanks.